Where have you traveled to source fabrics in Southeast Asia?
Okay, I've been in China, Guangzhou market. I've been in Thailand, in Bangkok market. I've been in Malaysia, some particular to do for traditional batik fabric. And some for local Vietnam. I've been into there are a few famous wholesale market in Vietnam, but I've also been in like Chinatown or other resort over the country that have that stock, import leftover or factory leftover.
Okay, to this point of being a Vietnam fabric sourcing expert.
Okay, hi Chris, nice to meet you. I started my career in manufacturing. It would be like 15 years ago, and my main industrial right now is lady fashion clothing, who specialize in small quantity, customize making in Vietnam.
What fabrics can you source locally in Vietnam?
In terms knit and woven, most like the basic one, that's okay. So I can find single jersey, knit. I can find like woven for dress. I can find silk satin, polyester, chiffon, plain available, something like this. In Vietnam, I can find linen as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So then what about batik? Where would you go if you needed to source like batik?
Okay, so two places. So North Malaysia and south of Thailand. There are one in Krabi. Additional, I'm just saying like this, some kind of like traditional people like who Muslim, who want, because this batik is for Muslim, how to say, traditional wear. They have production in that two area.
Tell us about your trips to China. Where did you go and why did you go there?
Okay, I've been into Guangzhou. There one market. Actually, they call textile city. Okay, you can be in I'm sure if you been there full time, one day full time, you cannot travel. You cannot visit all the shop over there. So they are the biggest fabric market.
Is it fair to say that you can find everything there? I mean, 90% of the fabrics?
Within what I'm doing, I was saying I can find 80%, not just because they don't have to, because I don't have time enough, to go there. So, yeah, I can say that would be, can afford what you're looking for in terms of fashion.
Great. What's your advice on when you go to a local market in Vietnam? Are they difficult to work with? What's it like walking around Vietnamese fabric markets and working with the local salespeople?
Okay, first of all, the communication, not many people who speaking English. I think foreigner, they go there to shows, not very rare. So some people, they still can speak English, but not many. Okay, and then they show the squad of each of their kiosks, a display on everything, and then sometimes you don't have communication, you just see what you want and then you tell them how many meter you want and then they will cut it for you. This is how the business. So communication, and also depend on what in future you come back with, or what you want to negotiate, or you just want to get the name to see the squash, but you cannot take the squash. You can see, you can take the picture. As long you buy something, they will give you squash, something depend on quantity.
In conclusion, most of the fabric that you find in Vietnam is coming from China. And while Vietnam is good at basic fabrics, you have to go to local markets, you got to work with the local salespeople, and you've got to have that sewing partner that's ready to take delivery of the fabrics. And be prepared to have quality issues and have a plan to take care of that if there's any quality issues.
Yes.
But if you have really specific fabric requirements and you just need to shop around and see a variety, you need to go to either Guangzhou or Bangkok and plan to spend 2 or 3 days there and make sure that you've got the contact person in Vietnam and the contact person in Bangkok. Share the information between the two and then pay and let the two parties arrange for shipping.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Tuyen, for coming today and sharing with the audience. And tell us, how can people contact you?
You can find me in my website is vietsourcing.com. I'm based in Ho Chi Minh City.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.